Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name is Josh.
I'm Clay.
I'm Randall.
I'm Chris.
And we're talking about Randy's pick this week. This is, ladies and gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains from 1982.
Yep.
Why are you still hanging around here? Why don't you just go back to wherever it was you came from?
You've got a lot to learn, you little...
Paramount Pictures presents a Lou Adler movie. Ladies and gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains, starring Diane Lane.
All right, Randy, lay it on us. What is this?
It is a movie about some girls. In a
Podcast
band.
over.
I know, right?
Later.
Oh, okay. So The Fabulous Stains, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, The Fabulous. I'm just trying to call
You
it.
just call it Fabulous
Yeah.
Stains. We don't need
The Fabulous Stains is a movie that I stumbled across this. So just to be clear, before we go any further, I had never seen this movie. I had only heard about it, but I had heard about it before, but it had been a long time and I never watched it. So when it popped back up on my radar, it just felt like I needed to watch it. I'm doing this video series on women in punk. This movie influenced a lot of people. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but this is a movie about a group of girls that want to play in a band. They basically get made fun of and bullied, basically almost out of playing. Then they stumble across like a cheat code, essentially, take advantage of a situation, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're like pretty famous for a couple of young girls, and they kind of have the epic rise and then the also epic fall of brief stardom. And yeah, man, it's just it's a girl power movie basically, but it's within the confines of a punk rock, genre. It's interesting, man. It's it is what it is. It's still a movie from the 80s. That's this dude. He also did
Lou Adler. Yeah. He's done two movies. He directed this and Cheech and Chong.
Oh.
The first Cheech and Chong movie.
Yeah, he also did some other stuff though. Lou Adler's is like
he's a big music producer.
Right. Yeah. So like that's what kind of got me interested. But it's also got you have like Laura Dern, maybe her first ever
I
appearance.
think it's Diane
Lane's first.
Diane Lane and Laura Dern's first
movies. You've also got Steve Jones and Paul Cook of the Sex Pistols, Paul Simonon of the Clash. Dude, you got dudes from the Tubes in this movie, but you also have Ray Winstone in I think one of his first roles.
I didn't check, but I was thinking it's super early.
I mean, you can't even tell it's him if you're not paying attention. Like, I was on my second watch through before I realized that's who it was.
Yeah, it didn't look like him at first. I was like,
I
okay,
can tell
that's got to be him though.
But
it's got to be him. But
it's a movie about one brief period in time. It's not even done particularly well, but it tells a story that I think is kind of important. Like the end of the movie, I think is pretty bad. The editing is pretty terrible, but I did enjoy the movie. I don't know how else to explain it. This movie from like a cinephile's perspective is pretty bad. But I don't watch movies like that. So I don't, it just depends on who you are and what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, I kind of enjoyed the movie. It's like a 3.5 star for me probably, but I enjoyed it.
Bro.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I like the angle of it because we've watched so many of these, rock star movies, and to see a band that's actually not even really good, but still like find an avenue, they have something. Diane Lane in particular has something to say. She has a real
she got an angle.
She's got an angle. She has a feeling, and she's not afraid to show it. And she just kind of rides that wave. And the double-edged sword of what that creates is an interesting angle that you don't see as much. So I enjoyed that for what it was.
I mean, these are like high school girls, man, going off on a tour. Like it shows you a whole different side of what music could be and what it was. I mean, this is kind of like what it was back then. you just did it. And if you didn't do it right, you didn't do it right. If you met some seedy people and signed a bad contract, then you signed a bad I mean, this is why all these artists now don't want to sign contracts with anybody because of stuff like this back in the 80s and the 70s and probably early on in the 60s and 50s. And, you know, it's cool to see it from a girl's perspective or woman's perspective, female's perspective, whatever. But, you know, they are young. They are pissed off. Like the importance of this movie is a bigger deal than the movie itself, in my opinion. So, you know, none of y'all had even heard of this or anything, right?
I'd heard of it.
Had you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even heard of it. I was gonna say, like, I imagine it's a lot of dumb luck too. Like nowadays, everything is just so overly saturated. You know, I mean, I hear so many people say like, "Oh, just music sucks these days." It's like, no, it doesn't suck. There's so much of it that it's just so oversaturated that, like, back in the day, I mean, it was just kind of dumb luck. You get in front of the right person, you know, the right eyes on you. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. You know, it's going to bounce you along. You know, you find yourself on a little tour and somebody might see that. And, yeah, a lot of it is just dumb luck. But
well, like a tiny little radio spot or television spot back then was worth, like, I mean, what's the equivalent today? Getting like a Kardashian to talk about your stuff on Instagram? I mean, I'm serious though. Like, that's what that is. So they end up on TV by complete accident. And they just, and then that one newswoman is tired of that dude's crap, and so she's just like, I want to push them. It was very circumstantial and very dumb luck, but
yeah,
you know, Clay, how much did you hate this movie? I can just feel it.
Yeah, I figured he'd be the odd man out on this one.
I want to be supportive, right? I know that this is your shtick, and I don't want to, you know, shit on this because
bro, I don't care.
No, but I think I'll probably just take a back seat on this podcast. But
yeah,
it was, you know, I don't know who any of these people are that you mentioned from any of the bands. I didn't even know it was Diane Lane until you said her name 3 times.
Oh, really? You didn't know?
Yeah. No, I didn't look up any of the credits. I was just like, my God, like, let me just, this was like Jesus Christ Superstar was to you guys. Like, I was just let it end. And
man, there was no way it was that bad. Really?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Hey, whatever though. Teach their own. Man, I'm not even a little surprised actually.
I think the acting was pretty terrible. Like the Rasta guy, his lines were just,
I loved him.
Me too.
His lines were dumb, but I loved him.
Yeah, I liked him too.
But I see like the point, right? I see, you know, there was a lot of sort of it was sort of the bedrock of feminism, I think, and so a lot of these ideas were new. Women were still generally housewives. They weren't going to college or they weren't rock stars. Like generally, I don't know. Maybe, you know, I wasn't around back then, but I would guess like that was a very minority of women. So it's important to that regard. I think, like you said, the message is probably more dynamic than the movie is. And I can respect that, right? So yeah. You know, I want to be on board with that. I don't want to just, and I didn't know that was Diane Lane. She's a real cutie. You know, obviously she's very young in this movie, but
she's like 15, 14, 15,
yeah.
16, I think. Yeah.
And she does deliver her lines very proudly and deliberately. And I was like, hey man, she's got some, you know, acting prowess. Now that you mention it, like even at such a young age. I kept thinking, like, who's this chick? She looks familiar. I don't really know. Okay, you know, but so it was cool, man. I mean, you know.
Well, it also had Laura Dern.
So I supported the cause.
You bought it?
I bought it on Amazon. Yeah, $10.
Oh, okay.
So I rented it because I was pretty sure I was going to like it, and I was going to buy a hard copy, and that's eventually what I'm fixing to do is buy a hard copy. This one has to be in my collection. So the thing about this movie, it isn't. We can all agree that the movie itself, just based on like, is this a good movie? It's really not. Okay. But what this movie did and who it influenced is so monumentally important in my world. It's kind of crazy. Like I knew about this movie, but I didn't know about it in any other context other than it was a movie about a punk band, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was reading the book on Kathleen Hanna, I'm pretty sure it was that book. One of the books I was reading recently, this was brought up. This movie directly inspired like Riot Girl, which is I'm making a whole video on just that. And that's a 90s movement. It's a handful of bands. It's a moment in time, but like everything from their stage presence and their clothing directly affected this group of people that I now look back on and go, oh, I want to make a video on these guys, like these people, excuse me, these women, right? It's just insane how much something like this can have an impact on something. I don't know. It just feels kind of crazy to me, because this movie is cited as a direct influence on specifically the Riot Girl movement, which is a very specific thing in itself. So,
it's like before this movie, I mean, you had like, you know, the Janis Joplins and you know, Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac. You know, yeah, there. I mean, there's a few. I mean, there's a few more. I'm not, but like, and you know, and relative to the men, you know, men bands, like, you know, and until this, like, there was nothing essentially.
Dude, you had the Runaways, which produced Joan Jett.
Yeah,
you had,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You had Bags, which was Alice Bags' group. You had, oh my goodness, not many. I mean, there wasn't a ton.
But they were also like not all girl bands either. They were just like,
the Runaways would
female fronted.
Right, the Runaways is the one I'm thinking of with all women in it. Let's see, what else would be all women, man? Like, yeah, that's kind of the thing. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because so between this movie and then the group called X-Ray Specs, which was a band around this time as well, those two things developed a sound that is like in the 90s, this big important thing. It is really strange how that can happen, man. I mean, I'm excited to see what people in the comments tell me, because I'm not I don't know everything about this. I'm trying to learn more about it, and it's just, I can see the importance in this. When I watch this movie, I go, oh wow, that's kind of crazy. Like, the movie kind of sucks, but like, I can see all these things that I just see a direct relation to. It's I don't know. It's mind blowing. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's the only issue is that the movie isn't super deep. It's not very long. There's not a lot of character building. So like, it's cool to watch this movie with some of the dudes from the Sex Pistols and the Clash, and you know, it's got early performances from these two women who went on to do quite a bit of stuff, especially Laura Dern. I mean, she looks like, I mean, I was looking at her, I was like, dude, she looks like she's 12 in this movie. She's still really tall. But, you know, the hair in this movie drove me nuts.
Yeah.
The wigs and stuff drove me nuts. But, like,
the skunk hair, you weren't taking the skunk hair.
It was so bad.
Yeah, like whatever the like the opening band, the one that she kind of befriends a little bit, like they weren't too bad. But I mean, like, the main, I mean, it was kind of a point that the main band they were opening for in the beginning, they sucked. And then,
Burnouts,
like, yeah. And then like every other little band that they tried out one a little bit later, I think. And, you know, like they all really sucked. I mean, even this, like, the Stains sucked. And then they kind of just ripped off that dude.
Oh, they definitely did that.
Stole a song.
Played his song and got famous off of stealing a song.
I mean, Elvis did that too, so, you know.
It's kind of tough to see, like, the men sort of gatekeep that whole situation, right? They're always making passes at the chicks, and they're sort of in the middle of this hands-off movement already, and they don't respect that at all, and they don't respect their position or their right to be there. They're just, you know, it's really tough to watch to that regard for me, sort of. A little bit, so. But, you know, I'm in finance, and it's a sausage fest too. And that, you know, back in the day, it was the same way. It was a frat house, and if you're a woman there, you got
Wolf of Wall Street.
You're like crap. Yeah, it's like, that's how it be.
Yeah, like I was hoping that the Rasta dude was kind of gonna give him like a little bit of like early ska sound. I was hoping they were gonna go in that direction,
right?
Hanging out with that dude.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. I like the stuff with the mom. There's that scene at the beginning.
Exactly what I was going to say.
And then then when she pops back up on the TV at the end, it's like she says, she doesn't say what you're expecting to hear, I think.
Well, that's because I think they're trying to say something in this movie. Again,
yeah.
You know, how good the movie is or isn't really what's important. They go out and they do this thing, and the two girls are like, one thing we didn't even talk about is the two girls are sisters, and then Laura Dern's their cousin, and they all lived together with that lady because those other girls' mom passed away. And it's like, these girls are going through it, man. Emotionally, they're out there trying to make it. Like they're young, they don't have no direction. They're like smoking cigarettes, like going on this punk tour.
That
like
was their only option too. Like they're about to get kicked out of like her mom died, and she wasn't going to have any place to live. So that was it.
It's funny because without going into too much detail, because I'm just going to repeat myself on the actual video, but like Riot Girl started because exactly what this movie was showing us is what was happening. Girls would go to shows and they would either be like sexually harassed or they wouldn't be taken seriously. They were treated horribly. And so they started wanting like to have girls play punk shows. They wanted the girls at the front of the stage. They didn't want dudes touching them. They wanted to bring up sexual harassment, rape, things like that. They wanted to just talk about all these problems and bring light to things. And, for a brief moment in time, that stuff was, I think it really could have exploded. I mean, there's another little second bump later on in like the 2010s of this kind of music. But I mean, there's like 3 or 4 bands that were really important. There's even other women that weren't in punk that I think took from this, like Alanis Morissette and Fiona Apple, are musicians that have that attitude and that stuff running through their bones, man. You can just listen to their interviews, read them, watch them on TV. You can see it. You can listen to their music and hear it. But like, I don't know. It's a really important launch pad, more or less, in my opinion. But it is also kind of a silly, fun movie. It's weird too, because it's not like a feel good movie. Like you would think a movie like this would be a feel good movie. Yeah. And it kind of ends on a bummer. Like you're like, huh, like that's weird.
Yeah, it does, and then it like suddenly ramps back up, and she sees all these people wearing her clothes and stuff, and then it goes into a music video. So it's like
it ends on a happy note. Yeah, it takes a few leaps there in the end, right? And like I didn't really know it was gonna be like a comedy at the beginning, and so I had like a few chuckles. I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be laughing at this. I was like, okay, no, it's like it's supposed to be funny. There's some good laughs in it, mainly from Rasta Dude and the burnout band that like they get cocaine and the dude dies and they just open the door to him dead.
That's pretty sad.
I think that was kind of trying to show us, like, look at this other guy's reaction to that. Look at how he's thinking. He's not worried about his friend. He's only like, wait a minute, I can't play my show. Yeah, I got my makeup on already. Like
selfish.
Yeah, he was like a one-hit wonder and never amounted to anything. But
I know a lot of guys that behave just like that dude, unfortunately.
And just talks constantly about what his lyrics mean and how deep they are and everything. It's just like, oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I dug it. Like everybody all mentioned, this got problems, but I dug it.
I mean, I sincerely appreciate y'all sitting through it, man. Once I watched it, I was like, oof, man, they're not going to dig this one. I didn't think any of y'all were going to like it at all, but it's
right at an hour. Yeah,
it's real short.
I paused it and I was like, oh shit, I'm halfway through this son of a gun. Like, this
it's real short. It's real short.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed it. But it's only because of what it means to me personally, because
contextually,
yeah. So like, I really liked it, but I definitely was like, oh, I'm probably going to get roasted in this one. But I appreciate you guys not smacking me in the head.
Yeah, but, it's not like a technically well-made movie, but I don't think it's like a bad movie.
It's no bad Milo.
It's
no.
It's not that rough.
I think this is a. Go ahead.
Story with the women heroes. I mean, I'm all about that whole thing. I love aliens and all that because of that. And horror movie is always has the woman hero, right? She's the final girl.
Final girl.
This is kind of final girl for punk for me. I was like, it's I can see. This wasn't for me, but it's all good. Yeah,
it's just cool to be able to see the direct lines to some things that I like and things that I don't even necessarily know a lot about. It's so blatantly obvious to me, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy, dude. Like, even the makeup, the way she's chanting on stage, dude. Go listen to like X-Ray Specs, and then go listen to La Tigre or Bikini Kill, and the way that those women are singing, it is directly from this. Like, it's just a screechy, yelly monotone, like yeah. Not a lot of melody in it, and it's very anthemic and very get all these, like, all these girls are like, we don't care. We want to be like them. We want to dress like them. We want to be like them. Screw the boys. And, you know, to a certain degree, it's kind of like roll your eyes, I guess, if, you know, if you're being honest about it. But at the same time, it's really kind of nice to see. I like to see community. I like to see people come together. I really, especially with what I'm doing personally, like, I rely on my community for a lot of stuff. So it's nice to see these movies about a community. I don't know. It's a cool little launching. It's a weird movie to be the launching of 3 careers, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's, I mean, because it's not a good movie. So it's weird.
It's a really tiny movie too. And I was reading some Wikipedia stuff, and they were saying it got shelved for like years before it even came out. So it's weird that it would even kind of surface at all.
Back in the day, like your point at the beginning was like there was no internet. It was all generally word of mouth or radio, right? So to find this movie in its release day, you know, would probably be like, holy shit, like, have you seen this, right? It's pretty underground. And
right
now I kind of probably take that.
It's probably because it is connected to, you know, a community like that, a tight-knit community. Same way, like, you know, early 80s, there wasn't that many punk rock movies yet. It's like still an emerging thing. We were talking about that when we did, you know, Out of the Blue. It's just very...
Y'all didn't watch that Swedish movie with me, did you? Of the girls that started a punk band? I didn't bring that one up on the show, did I?
Don't think so.
So this guy made a video of, I think it was like 12 great punk movies. And it was just happened to be my cue. It was so random that I watched this because I normally wouldn't watch a list like that because I felt like I knew a lot about that, right? Oh, I was mistaken, man. I clicked on this video. I'd say like 8 out of the 12 I'd never even heard of. A couple of them would be ones like this that I'd heard of but never seen. Only a couple I knew about. And I mean, it had none of the stuff that I thought it was going to have in there. And it wasn't about documentaries. There was one, I think it's called like We're the Best or something like that. I'll send a text later. And it's interesting, man, to see all these movies that I didn't know existed. That I bet you all these women that are in these bands that I liked when I was in high school and then that they inspired bands that are out now. I bet they all watched all these movies, dude, because back in the day that's what you had to do is go find this stuff. And I bet they were written up in punk magazines like, hey, this movie came out. It's like little, but you can get it on VHS.
Right. Any little thing that you can find is just precious. Yeah.
Well, dude, when I was 16, I would be walking to the grocery store and like the other day I was at a convenience store and they had a newsstand. And I don't know how long it's been since I've seen a newsstand. I mean, all these magazines, bro, were ancient. I don't know what this was going on. I felt like I walked to a time portal or something. But like when I was young, I would go to every single time I saw a magazine rack. I'd walk over there. I don't care how little it was. If it had something to do with a punk band, I'm buying it. And so, you know, I didn't have access to Maximum Rock and Roll till I was a little older, and because that was probably the biggest fanzine. But like,
what about Hit Parader?
Oh, dude, all that stuff was important to me, man. I had to buy metal magazines because it's the only I could get my hands on. But like, you know, I still to this day now produce my own zine, and I still subscribe to one. Like that stuff's important. But that's how you would have heard about stuff like this. So I imagine there was probably some small, tiny, very loyal following to this stuff, and it was probably watched by some people that really took it as a inspiration and ran with it. I mean, Kathleen Hanna, I can tell you for a fact, loves this movie. And that woman is incredibly important to me. So
I love that, man. Going to the magazine racks when I was a kid. You
Dude,
go to the gas station with your parents, and I would run in there to see if they had Trans World or BMX magazines and then
Thrasher, bro.
Fangoria and Gore Zone. I remember going to Florida for vacation and walking into a gas station and be like, "Oh my God, Gore Zone, what's that?" It's going nuts. My parents were like, no, you're not buying Gore Zone. It was just awesome, man. That was like a real find. When you were a kid, you walked in and found a magazine that was like, whoa, they don't have this in Little Rock. Like, dude.
Check this out.
Yeah, I miss magazines.
Hold on one second. Oh shit!
They still have them, but you know,
it's not.
It's not the same anymore. But yeah, I bought my share of hit paraders and
your buddy would have like a Trans World from like you're like, whoa, what's Trans World? Like
then like AP Alternative Press.
Nice.
Dude, speaking of alternative press,
there you go. Yep.
Yeah, dude. I love this stuff, man. I got lots of it still.
Cool.
But yeah, that's how everything was found back in the day. I mean, I remember very clearly writing a letter to, I think it was Epitaph, the guys that did Rancid and Bad Religion, and sending a check with a checklist of what I wanted, with a check that included money to send it back. And like, it might have been 2 or 3 months before I got my box, and it had like but back then an LP was like $9 shipped, and a CD was like $15. Now it's like, you know, flip-flopped and then multiplied. But yeah, it was interesting, man. You'd get this box and, oh, I forgot I ordered something. What did I order? I can't remember. You'd open it up and be like, oh, dude, yes, dude. Very rarely did I have enough money to accidentally buy double, so it was never really an issue back then. But yeah, man, this really does have the spirit of punk running through it for sure. The DNA of this movie is very, very punk rock. All the people in it are from that world. I don't know. It's a little gem to me, dude. I'm surprised that y'all actually got through it, honestly, man. It was pretty bad, but I liked it.
Yeah. It was like, it was rough in spots, but I was never bored. I was always, enjoying myself for the most part. Yeah.
We're here for you, Randy.
I think, man, they just like fleshed out the kind of second half of the movie a little bit better, because it does seem like they just, they hop on this bus and they play like 5 shows, and they go from nothing and sucking to headlining in like 5 shows when they don't even know how to play.
Right.
Well, we didn't even talk about the fact that they were doing this. Like what they were standing for was interesting, because they were like young girls, and they made it a point to be like, we don't put out. And like, they're not going to be a bunch of like slutty women that go around and use their body to get what they want. They want to like get wherever they're going based on their credentials and their work ethic and all that stuff, right? Which I can imagine how much harder that was in 43 years ago. But
also using their sexuality too.
It was weird, dude.
Yeah.
It was real strange. Like, but I think that look, with every good movement, and that includes punk, that includes feminism, that includes Riot Girl, all that stuff, dude, there's these contradictions in all of it. It's with everything, man, with politics, with all of it, man. So it doesn't really surprise me, but it's so blatant and in your face in this movie. You're like, oh man, they don't put out, but she sure just did, I think, right? And
right.
Like, interesting. Although I think she was trying to be like in with that dude, and then I think she misunderstood something and got all mad, got emotional. I don't know. This really does, while representing women and being like the foundation for a movement in itself, it does shine a light on some flaws on people think, because it was kind of accurate. Like, she does that. The dude does something that she misunderstands. She blows up. He goes try to fix it. She doesn't want to listen. I'm like, man, that happened yesterday, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's so accurate.
Yeah.
People contradict themselves all the time.
Yeah. I was just like, how old was this guy?
I love this movie.
Oh, dude. So that's the thing that I was looking at recently. What movie was I watching? I can't remember, but the guy in the movie was like 50, and the woman was like, he's like, how old are you? And she's like 19, and he's like, oh man, just right, or whatever. And then like they're hanging out and like sleeping together, and I was like, is he dropping her off at school? I was like, what in the world? And it was like, I wish I could remember what movie it was, because it was a very famous person. The guy was very famous, the woman was famous, but they were like 35 years apart, and it just wasn't even weird back then. Like, 25-year-olds dated 17-year-olds, 25-year-olds dated 16-year-olds back in the 60s and 50s, probably even the 80s. I mean, listen to the music, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that what Lolita was? That's Kubrick, wasn't it? Didn't Kubrick do the original one? And
yeah, that's
Daniel Day-Lewis was in like a newer version of it, about like the 90s, 80s, 90s. I don't remember. Never seen them.
What is Lolita? What did you say?
It's a famous story about a guy who's like in love with a young girl. She's like 15 or 16.
Good grief. In
she's
Lust, you
younger
mean?
than
Good
that.
grief.
Was it younger than that?
14. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's
12
very
or
young.
14.
Yeah.
But it's a famous book, and then Kubrick made it as a movie. I think he basically made it as like a challenge because it's like an unadaptable movie, and he made it in the. I think he made it in like the early '60s when like that stuff was still pretty buttoned up. So
I mean, if you think about it, when this movie came out, 1982, right? Women were different back then. What women did, just in general, I'm not gonna stand on any hill and preach about anything because I was born in '82, so I don't. But for as far as I understand it, dude, like just the average woman, like the professional woman was kind of a newer thing, wasn't it, in the '80s? So like this was probably just really speaking to women getting out and doing what they wanted and not necessarily living by
just being a wife, a housewife, and
right, and
yeah, it's kind of like the mid '80s before you really see that. I think, like Working Girl and shit like that. That's girls in the workforce. That's a good point.
So this movie, when it came out, was probably pretty interesting, man. I don't know, not a lot to talk about after what we've said thus far, but I enjoyed the movie. I'll probably buy a copy. I appreciate you guys watching it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. And anybody that's watching this, man, like, let me know what it is you know about all of this stuff. If you know something about the movie that we didn't talk about, let me know. And if you know something about Riot Girl specifically, but women and punk, dude, let me know, man. I'm looking for any information I can get to help with the videos. But I also just, the more I do the channel, the more I realize I just want to know as much as I possibly can. I never really thought I cared about knowing stuff. I guess I do. So, I thought it was good, just liking what I like, man. I don't think that's the case anymore, man. But
I love learning history of certain things. That stuff's cool.
So when I was younger, I was too busy doing stuff to try to stop and like really
look
back never really
about anything.
Yeah, I never really stopped and like how they always go, stop and smell the roses. Like you're like, I never stopped to do any of that. I never paid attention. I was just go. Write my own music, play my own band, listen to the 5 bands I like. I got to go to work anyways tomorrow. I'm not going to be here when I'm 30 anyways. So like, it was just go. Now I'm looking at my life from a completely different angle going, I wish I'd have slowed down a little bit, and just learned some more stuff.
And it's just cool seeing the stepping stones of how you get to the stuff that you liked as a kid.
So wild, man.
That's one of the reasons I can get really excited about the classic cinema sometimes, because you can like see the seeds of things and like how things change and progress, and like, oh, and this is how Kubrick got here and how Michael Mann got to this and all these things. So they're all have these little strings connecting them. It's just fun.
Yeah. Interesting that a music producer directed this film. That's kind of weird too.
Yeah, I was looking. He produced some other movies like Rocky Horror and
yes, that's the one I was thinking of earlier.
A few other things. They're all kind of music related, I think, because that was his main thing. But like I think he produced like the Cheech and Chong records, and that's why he did the movie.
I'm pretty sure it was a couple of the records. I know he did Up in Smoke.
Yeah, he did he directed Up in Smoke, and I think he produced some of the other ones or something. I was digging around before we started.
I'm looking for that other movie just so I could like mention it on the show of what it was called. While y'all are talking, I want to figure that out. What other movies did y'all watch this week? Whose pick is it this week?
It's Clay's pick. So we can get that out of the way.
Well,
we're gonna pivot hard.
What non-punk thing do we have?
I'm picking one that I'm sure nobody's really heard of. It's called Jiro, Jiro, Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've heard of this
sushi movie.
Yeah,
that's why I asked y'all this week if
movie,
what you thought of sushi, right? It's more of a philosophical movie, I think, but we'll see. Cool. If you can't access it, I'll throw you $7 or whatever it costs to.
That's on Canopy.
Keep it up.
It's 82 minutes too. That's a
short and sweet.
Good runtime. Yeah, yeah. It's on Canopy. That's where I watched Fabulous Stains too.
Fabulous Stains.
Yes, indeed. Cool. I've heard of that. Is it about like? Does he
It's
start a
about Jiro.
restaurant or something? Or?
Yeah, he's got a 5-star Michelin restaurant.
Yeah,
He's
okay, I've heard
I
of
think
the
he's.
restaurant.
I want to say he's 98, and he just retired 2 years ago. So I want to have a discussion about that specifically, and there's a lot about work ethic and.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a different movie, I would say.
Cool, and I know Randy loves sushi, so
absolutely do not, but it's all right. I like movies.
Yeah, like Japanese culture is fascinating just for how they master and perfect their crafts.
Their
There's definitely something to admire about that. So cool.
Oh, dude, it's probably going to be a pretty good movie, I would think. I mean, anything could be the subject of a movie, and it could be good. Nothing surprises me after the stuff I've watched in the last couple of years, bro. Nothing.
Yeah. All about execution, right?
Right. The movie I was talking about earlier is called We Are the Best, by the way. It's a Swedish movie from 2013, and it's about these 3 girls that just wake up one day. Actually, one of them really, really, really wants to be like in a punk band, and then she gets her friend to kind of go along with her, and then they meet the other girl who's actually really good at playing guitar, and they recruit her. But it's a interesting movie. It was on that guy's list, and I watched it, and I think I love that movie, man. It's weird, but I don't know. It's
We Are the Best.
Yeah, it's these young girls, man. They're just real young, snotty kids that are bored at school, don't want to do what they're told, and they just want to play in a punk band. It's a cool movie, but it's about 3 young girls. It's interesting, man. All this stuff kind of came to me in the same. I wasn't planning any of this stuff, so it's pretty cool. All right, one last time with the name of your movie, Clay.
Jiro, Jiro, Dreams of Sushi.
My man's dreaming of it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds delicious.
Sounds delicious. I might have to go. I might have to order some sushi while I watch it. Might be the optimal way to watch this.
I eat lame sushi, bro. I need a like California roll or something without any like jalapeno, without any celery, without any. I want very, very. Yeah, I don't like sushi, bro. It's not my jam.
I don't even like California rolls because they're too bland.
I need raw.
If I was hungry enough, I'll eat it. But
yep,
so making me want sushi. All right, so I'll knock off what I watched recently real quick. So saw Weapons twice while we were out. I won't say much about it because Chris still hasn't seen it.
Come on, Chris.
You haven't seen it yet, right?
I think I'm going Friday.
Friday? Okay.
Yeah, go.
So after Friday, we can release the hounds.
Where are you going to go see it at?
Probably Alamo, actually.
Never mind then.
It's got the right time for me.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason. It's got the perfect time.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump from you too.
Yeah, I can just go on my way home from work and maximize my afternoon.
Nice. Well, looking forward to hearing what you think of that. I really love it. I think it's great. It's grown on me even more. And Clay saw it twice also, and still thinks
I saw
it's
it this
okay.
weekend. Yeah, I thought it was good. Here again.
You liked it more the second time, which I thought was interesting.
I did like it more the second time because I am a very impatient person. I am very much a get to the point guy. Right? Bottom line, and this movie does not do that.
It is not about that. I think that's exactly why I like it.
Tried my patience. And the second time, I was able to relax a bit and go along for the ride, and I was like, This is the same thing with 28 years later, right? I was like, all right, this is it to the pinnacle
Where's the zombies?
of my year. And then, I was pissed. And then the second time I was like, all right, just relax. I'm not normally a twofer. I'm not really a dual watcher kind of needing guy, but this time I guess I did need it. So
well, I'm glad it grew on you. At least a little bit.
It's a big red flag when I'm like, that movie, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's so good. And I'm like, oh shit, did I miss something? Like, you guys are pretty astute movie critics, I would say. And when Randy was raving about it the second time, I was like, man.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep my excitement down too, because I loved this movie, dude. Like, it was so good to me. But like, it could also walk in, watch it, and be like, yeah, I see the same movie you're watching. It sucked, and I'd be like, well, you know, I guess like cool, because I mean, how many movies have you guys watched that I didn't care for, and vice versa? So I don't even think about that no more. So I was trying to just like chill. I was really trying to not talk about it much because all I had to say was positive, and I was like, I didn't want Chris to go in with tempered expectations. Yeah, go in thinking you're going to get a 7 out of 10, and you probably will get a better movie than that. You know, don't go in there thinking it's going to be, because it's not scary. It's just a good movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't have any real expectations, so I'm just along for the ride.
To tie back into what I watched recently, to Clay's sort of point where people seem to be liking movie and I didn't. I saw Caught Stealing, which there's not many reviews out for it, but everyone seems to kind of like it, and I thought it was pretty mediocre. Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz, it looks like a fun movie. Should be like a Guy Ritchie, just good time. And I just thought it was pretty okay. Like, honestly, I feel like most of it like left my brain like 5 minutes after I walked out of the theater. There's whole sections of it where I just can't even remember it anymore. It just feels so. It's one of those plots where it's like I've seen this 10,000 times and just could not get excited about it. It starts out pretty good. The first like 20 minutes or so I was on board, and then it just kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't go anywhere. It looks good. There's a couple of good like chase sequences, but it's a lot of just plotting.
The more you talk about this, the more I think I'm going to end up liking it.
I think that's going to be the case. I just think it's not very good, but
and I'm probably going to be like, that shit was awesome.
It's probably it feels like something that should be on Netflix, except it looks a little bit better, and
that's
it's got some like good stars in it, but it feels like a movie that would 9 times out of 10 just go straight to streaming. To me,
yeah, it probably would have, but I mean, it's Aronofsky and said Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz.
It's well made. I don't, Aronofsky is a very stylish director, and I've kind of really soured on him. I liked some of his early stuff.
He's hit or miss,
but I don't know.
Damn, dude, this movie affected your like of Aronofsky.
No, I was already kind of soured on him, but
after the Whale,
and like Noah and like his last few were not too good.
The Whale was a total waste of time.
Which one was that?
The one with Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, he's like,
that big piece of crap movie, dude. No thanks, man. That was
the whole time.
Yeah, dude. No thanks, man. That sounds like a big bore.
It's Oscar bait the movie.
Yeah. Me and Chris went and saw it together, and I was like, that was bad.
Dude, all I want to watch is more. What's his face? What's his name that's in everything right now? Pedro Pascal. I just need whatever he's in. I want to watch it. I need more Pedro. I don't have enough Pedro Pascal.
You're gonna watch the Ari Aster movie, Eddington?
Absolutely not.
He's in
that. That's the one I was gonna bring up. Yeah, I did not suggest that to Randy.
I saw that. I thought it was pretty good. It's real hard to watch for an hour, and then it pops off.
Yeah, the first part of it is, I mean, it's all COVID and people arguing about masks, and like it's
goes into like every political aspect, right?
Yeah,
social media and tech companies.
It's like
every shitty flashback you can think of the last 5 years.
Yeah, just
like the world we're living in, the fallout of, right?
Yeah, it's like what part of life don't you want to relive? And it's that, and that's what the movie is.
That sounds awesome.
But it goes kind of crazy in like the third act. And like, okay, it all kind of comes together. And it's one of those that it's not as weird as like Beau is Afraid.
I hate that movie.
It's a bit more straightforward, but it goes kind of Ari Aster in the third act.
Okay.
And it's one that's hopefully if it's gonna stick with you, because I watched a bunch of breakdowns and crap like that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is kind of great.
That's what I did for Weapons. I watched after I watched it the first time, I watched a bunch of breakdowns on it, and it made me just have to go back and see it again. And then I did, and I understood everything so much better. And I was like, I don't even care about spoilers no more, bro. I'm just like, whatever, dude. I don't care because I don't ingest movies the same. So I just want to know what a movie is about, so that when I go sit down to watch it, I can understand what I'm watching. Because I feel like I'm like a dullard, bro. I don't get things. I don't understand it. They go over my head because I don't know. I don't understand what's up with that, but I do think I want to rewatch Beau is Afraid at some point, because now that my anger has calmed down a little bit, maybe I won't absolutely hate it as much, because I don't understand how people like that movie so much.
Yeah, don't watch Eddington.
I did see a movie that Josh talks about all the time. I finally finished it. I've started it probably 5 times and only got halfway through, and I've always been like, I don't get it. I just don't. It was Zodiac.
Oh, it's so good.
You didn't get that? Like,
bro, I walked out of Fight Club the first time I saw it. I got halfway through that.
That's so crazy to me.
That is nuts, bro.
I rented the video. I took it home. I watched half of it, and I was like, I took it back to the video store, and everybody was like, "You didn't watch the whole thing." I was like,
"You really are impatient, aren't you?"
So, and then I watched it years later. I was like, man, Fight Club's a great movie. Same thing with Zodiac. Halfway through it, I was like, this guy's driving me crazy, right? And he's obsessed.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
Yeah, I made it through to the end, and I was like, oh, I get it now.
Dude, Zodiac might actually be like a top 5 movie all time for me.
It's a 5-star masterpiece.
Guillermo del Toro watches it once a year because he says it's a masterpiece. I read that on my phone.
Probably Fincher's best movie.
Yeah. Like, it's amazing. I love that movie.
Incredible movie.
I like that there's something like that we all agree on, though. There's a handful of movies that we all think are just like, you know what I need to rewatch? I haven't watched Parasite in like 2 years, bro. I need to rewatch that one. I'm thinking of like movies that I really think are great. That's a movie that's modern that I think is really great.
Yeah, Clay didn't like that though, right?
No, you didn't like Parasite? No.
Did you rewatch it and say you liked it?
I
got it. I
thought the recently time probably. I get it now. I think it is a good movie. I see it, right? I see you, Mr. Parasite. But to me, it's just
like I didn't love it the first. I didn't love it the first time I watched it. Like I was kind of like, meh. It was like kind of like you are on Weapons, I guess. But I watched it a second time. I was like, oh god, this movie's fantastic.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's like people's #1 movie of the decade and shit.
Yeah.
Like
it's up there.
It's up there for me. Top 5 of the decade. Like I remember when I watched it, I told Josh, I was like, dude, I think that's a perfect movie. And I was like,
you were actually the first one to see it, and I was so excited to see it.
I couldn't believe how good it was, dude. I was like, this is insane. Like, and I was excited about it because I watched his other movies, but specifically the one about the monster. I liked that movie.
Yeah.
Host. And I was like, man, this one ought to be pretty good. But like, I think I watched that at Alamo by myself, dude. There was like nobody else there at Parasite, but it was just a transformative. Like, also, there's another one. There's another Korean movie.
Not a Bong movie.
Decision to Leave.
Decision to Leave. That one, I rarely talk about like cinematography. Yeah. That movie is beautiful, dude. There's these aerial shots that I just go, oh, I wish I could create something that looked that cool. Like it's just so pretty. Like
he's got a new movie coming out this year.
Nice.
Really?
I'm in, dude. I'm in. Let me tell you a couple things real quick before I forget them, because I want, maybe Chris, you need to watch this one. You other two don't need to worry about wasting your time.
Okay. All right.
It's called The Resonator. And it's basically there's 2 of them. There's the Resonator and there's the Resonator 2 Beyond the Resonator. And it's directly inspired by From Beyond. It's low budget. They're both about an hour long a piece. They're real short movies, right? They're on Tubi.
I've heard of this.
Oh, have you? Well,
I've never seen it, but
it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's I mean, it's not, but it's hilarious and fun. It's like it's something that I would only watch if you're just kind of bored and you don't mind. Like it's not serious because it's just not. well made, it's real low budget, but man, it falls right into all the categories that I really like. But dude, this week I had some luck, dude. I banged out a few just insane movies. I watched Jimmy and Stiggs. The best thing I've seen since Terrifier, bro. Like, as far as like in that kind of mode, I don't know how y'all are gonna feel about it. I think it's Josh. You'll definitely like it better than you did Terrifier because it's not the same kind of movie. It's just it's got Peter Jackson's DNA in it, not necessarily Art the Clown, but like it just reminds me of the same feeling I got. Oh, this is a movie not many people are talking about right now. I need to latch onto this one. This is mine, bro. I like this, and I'm so glad. I drove an hour one way to go watch this at 10:30 on a Monday night. Like, I was really worried that it's gonna suck. It was amazing.
And you didn't say anything after the movie, so I texted you the next day because I was like, oh shit, I hope you didn't hate that.
I was dog ass tired, bro. I couldn't even think when I left that theater.
I'm interested in that though.
I can't wait for y'all to watch it, man. I really want y'all to watch it, and then I want to talk about it because, dude, it's like Bad Taste, Evil Dead 2. Like, it's got all that. Like, dude, it's incredible.
One of the movie podcasts I listen to, he's like friends with the director, so they did a podcast together, like right when it was coming out. I've been meaning to send it to you all.
Yeah, please do. I would love to watch that.
Yeah, because he talks about, like, he said, like, my back bedroom is still covered in blood. Like we literally used every corner of my apartment to shoot this movie.
I mean, my only issue is all the ridiculous amount of cursing. I'm really trying to temper how I talk. But even if I wasn't, it was a lot, dude. Like, I don't understand when it's like F-bomb just like every 3 words. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Why you need to put that in a movie or a song. I never understood it. But other than that, man, if that wasn't the case, it would be 5 stars for me. But that really, after about 30 minutes, I was like, dude, please talk about something else and start talking a different way. Like, it was grating.
That is a little annoying.
Parker has discovered.
I can't remember what I watched that had a whole lot of cursing. It was literally like every other word. I think it was like a short clip of something on Instagram or something. And I was like, dude, who says the F-bomb literally every second word? I was like, that's a lot.
No, that annoys me too.
If we're talking about it, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Parker discovered Godzilla -1.
Hell yeah.
Bro, my little dude likes cool stuff, man. He loves punk rock already, and he loves Godzilla -1. We watched it 2 nights in a row, bro. And he watched the black and white version.
That's awesome.
He wanted to see Godzilla with no color, is what he thought. I want to watch Godzilla with no color. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Has he seen any other Godzilla movies?
No, dude. He just loves.
No. Okay.
He's got this Godzilla toy, and he loves dinosaurs. So we watch a lot of dinosaur stuff. But like, he thinks Godzilla's cooler because it's like a dinosaur with superpowers, and that's exactly what it is to me.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't show him any of the new ones. Like, go backwards.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna show him some of the old stuff. Yeah. And he likes King Kong too, so we're gonna watch King Kong from the 30s.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, dude, I think
King Kong versus Godzilla. Like, that's heaven right there.
Right. Just the original Godzilla is awesome.
He's into cool stuff, man. It's interesting, man. I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. But I also got to watch a couple of other things. I watched From Beyond, which is how I got to that other movie. Nice. I hadn't seen that in ages. I forgot how good that was. Barbara Crampton, bro. Shout out to Barbara Crampton.
Bro.
Whew. Yeah. My goodness, dude. That's enough for me to
watching that. I saw your review and I was like, man, I need to see that.
You should go check that one out. You probably dig that. Maybe.
I know you're not a Reanimator guy, right?
Oh, if you don't like Reanimator, don't worry about From Beyond then.
It's very
body horror though, right?
Yeah, but it's still very Reanimator.
It's kind of has that goofiness to it. Maybe a little less so, but it's pretty goopy and wacky. I love it. I think that's one of the best like cosmic horror movies.
So I got a couple more. I want to make this fast as I can. I watched Unlawful Entry because I'm on this like sleazy sex. What do they call it?
Erotic thriller.
Erotic thriller. I don't know why it's like stuck. I can't get it out of my head. I'm watching tons of them. But Ray Liotta, R.I.P. first off, but he should have been in like 75 more movies as a bad guy. He was such a creepy
bad cop, right?
Yes, bro.
I've almost watched this a few times.
It's a great movie. I mean, it's also got flaws, but it's such a fun movie, man.
Kurt Russell and is the wife somebody?
Not that
Curtis, right?
No.
I'm trying to remember. I thought she was somebody. I
can't remember who it is. But I watched Freaky Tales. Dude. All right. Anybody that's into like punk stuff that doesn't want to be spoiled about something amazing, stop watching this right now. Dude, what in the heck is going on, bro? In that movie, they show up to 924 Gilman Street, and Operation Ivy is playing on the stereo. They go in the venue, and Operation Ivy is being played by another band, and they're playing Operation Ivy songs. It's a movie about like Oakland in the late 80s, and it's like, I just never would have thought, if you told me, hey, they're going to make a movie about Oakland in the late 80s, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I would never think, oh, they're probably going to put some punk stuff in there. Oh, do they, bro? And it is like very well done. Bro, I was literally like freaking out watching this movie because I don't understand it.
There's a bunch of people in that movie, right? Isn't Tom Hanks in the movie?
Yes. Dude, Pedro Pascal's in the dang movie, bro.
Right. He's one of the main guys, right?
But it's like, it's just so cool to see these people that I love so much represented. Like, they're on stage, and you can see that they took the time. They're in Gilman. They're playing this stuff. It was filmed at Gilman. Dude, Larry Livermore's in the freaking movie. Not like the actual person, but somebody's playing. That guy's from Lookout Records, dude. Like, the Lookout. Like, I don't understand it, bro. It's the craziest thing. I mean, my buddy Ryan from Liberty and Justice was like, have you seen this? And I was like, never heard of it. He goes, please go watch it. And that's all he said. And I was like, okay. He's never asked me to watch a movie in our lives. I've known the guy 25 years. And so I was like, all right. So I watched it that day. And I tell you what, man, it is not what it's an anthology too. So it's like, if you don't like the first part, you might like the second part. It's a cool movie, man. I don't know how good it is, how well made it is, but boy, I tell you, Chris, you'll definitely like it as much as I know you like Operation Ivy. You're going to get a kick out of this, dude.
I've been seeing it around. It's got like a fancy limited release or something coming out pretty soon.
I'm gonna have to buy that, man. It was on my watch list forever, and I just kept passing it up. Had I known it had something to do with Operation Ivy, I would have watched it a long time ago. But and then the last thing I'll talk about is I See You. Has anybody watched this yet?
Oh no,
it's on the list, man.
Well, I won't say anything about it. Damn it. It's leaving Prime very soon, so if you're going to watch it for free, do it quick. And do not watch it on Tubi, because it's on Tubi. It's not the kind of movie you want to watch with commercial breaks. Okay. Crap, I'll just hold my mouth shut then. We'll watch it whenever you guys watch it. Talk about it whenever you... I need to talk about this movie with somebody, dude. It blew my mind. Like, look, it doesn't reinvent the wheel. It's just really well made, and I don't get completely caught off guard 4 times in a movie very often. Like... me and Chris both were like turning it on basically to fall asleep, and we watched it all at like 12:30 at night. We were both sitting on the couch looking at each other, and I go, shit, I have to buy that. I need to watch that again, like right now. And she was like, that movie was amazing. And we were just sitting here, and I was just like, now I can't go to sleep, dude. I couldn't quit thinking about the dang movie. So yeah, man, go watch that one.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good reaction,
dude. It's as close to 5 stars as I can get without giving something 5 stars. And there's a reason why I didn't give it 5 stars, but it is a very, very tiny reason. So I just don't want to be weird. Like, oh, 5 star, and you watch it, be like, it's not that great. You might like it, you might not. I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. But it is definitely a blind movie. I can't say anything else about it. It's a movie you got to watch without knowing anything. So, but I don't think it's even that long, if I remember correctly. I think it's 98 minutes, so it's not super long either. So if you get a chance to watch it, it's not a super big investment of time, but yeah. Oh, man, I would like to talk about this with somebody. So maybe one of these days soon.
Cool. I'll try and get to it.
Let's go.
All right. Real quick. So the new Park Chan-wook movie is called No Other Choice. I think it's at festivals and stuff right now, but it should be out by the end of the year. It's after being unemployed for 7 years, a man devises a unique plan to secure a new job, eliminate his competition.
That's all I need.
That's pretty vague, but sounds interesting.
I've been that guy for
right. Just eliminate them somehow. Maybe not violently, but
maybe not violent, but maybe violently.
Maybe not. We're not incriminating ourselves.
Dude, I have a feeling the next few movies I watch are gonna all suck. I need to get them watched because I've had on a roll lately of finding really cool stuff to watch.
Yeah, they can't all be winners.
I know, dude. Like
all the bad stuff.
I'm excited for this, and out comes the Wolf movie, but I'm also simultaneously a little bit nervous. But I know the guys in Ranted had a lot to do with it, so I think it'll be fun. I'm really getting a lot of SLC Punk vibes out of it, which I love that movie. So if you don't like that one, you probably won't dig it, but I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. Well, speaking of movies with punk references in it, I had one other. I watched Superman finally.
What is it?
Superman.
Oh, Superman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was
Fun movie.
It was
a fun movie.
It's
all
Superman.
right.
It's Superman. It's fun, but it's just like it's the right amount of like comic booky. Like it feels very classic Superman, but to me that's also kind of part of the like knock against it, because logically
Superman.
At least it sucks. I mean, he's boring, but
like logically, like you're like Clark Kent's not going to be able to hide as Superman. Like all the classic like kind of corny comic book stuff.
Well,
it's like
you know about the glasses thing? I didn't know about this until I watched this movie. Did you know that the glasses make him appear as somebody else to everybody else?
Yes.
I did not know that. So I just thought that was kind of because that was something that aggravated me my whole life until
that must be a newer invention, right? Like that is not like a Silver Age comics thing. Is
Silver Age thing? Definitely not. But it might be 90s. I don't know. But
that like
got Miss Maisel in it, bro. I'll watch anything she's in, bro. I don't care what it is.
She's good.
And
she's
and then the little bit of punk stuff in it was really cool. Zach, who did that movie? Almost
James Gunn.
James Gunn. Yeah. He was talking about that movie in a little clip I saw, and he like mentions, then these two guys in this punk band from Atlanta, they were really nice, and everybody that was in my world, we were like, why didn't you call them by their band name, dude?
Right.
And I had to tell everybody, I was like, dude, y'all got to understand, he probably doesn't even know their band name, because he was probably like, oh, they looked the part, bring them in. I don't think he had much. I think the fact that he even mentioned that they were there was probably more than I would have expected, honestly. But yeah, Superman was a silly movie. I probably won't buy that one, but I enjoyed watching it a couple times.
Yeah, it was the right amount of corny for Superman, I guess, but
I liked the dog a lot. I thought the dog was awesome.
Yes. I liked Crypto.
She's like, you're gonna do all that for a dog, and he's like, yeah, he's not even a really good one. That was probably my favorite part of the whole movie, because it made so much sense. I was like, yeah, dude, go get that dog.
I mean,
man.
I think I'm just kind of over the like, bad superhero, politics type stories. I mean, it's been done so many times now. It's kind of what the X-Men is always about, and just just the fact that Lex Luthor is playing the the fucking monkeys in space writing bad things on the internet about like, I mean, it's funny and it's corny, but I don't know. Yeah. I've seen that storyline enough that it didn't do a whole lot for me.
I mean, it's still, I mean, I think we're all like at the point of like comic book movies, I'm kind of done. But for a comic book movie, I just think it's just a really entertaining, like well done version of that.
I kind of feel that way. I hate
it. Just felt fresh. It just had so much energy. Like I think James Gunn is just like suited for the sort of like kind of goofy but heartfelt, like earnest storytelling.
Yeah, this new Spider-Man movie is, I don't know much about it, but I'm already a little excited for that one. But I can't. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm gonna watch every single Spider-Man movie that ever comes out. That's my dude. I love Spider-Man, but man, I'm hearing some crazy stuff about that movie. I'm not gonna even say what it is, because I know y'all aren't into that stuff. But like, oh man, there's potential in this one. It could be pretty crazy. But I mean, it's the fourth one. I'm a little surprised Tom Holland's even doing it. It's interesting. The Dr. Doom
He's not doing much else. Let's be honest. I mean, he's doing the Odyssey.
Didn't his stuff kind of flop outside of Spider-Man?
Basically, all of it has.
That's wild.
Like,
dude.
He's like, he's just Spider-Man. Everything else is.
Hey, dude.
Nothing has stuck.
Not many people get to do that, so enjoy it, Tom Holland, because we're all stuck doing normal people stuff. Maybe not me necessarily, but living a normal life.
I know he's like he's auditioned for James Bond and stuff like that, but I don't think there's any way in hell that they would cast him.
I would be pretty surprised. He needs another 10 years of age on his face to be James Bond.
Well, I think they're gonna cast young. I don't think quite his age, but they want a younger Bond so they can
go for
develop
a lot of movies
over a long time. Yeah.
What's the next good movie we got coming out? I still want to go see Weapons again, but like there's got to be something coming out soon, right?
The
Leonardo DiCaprio
one battle
ETA.
after another. Yeah,
that's going to be really good.
End of September.
Okay.
The Long Walk looks pretty good to me. That's coming out in a week or two. It's based off of like early Stephen King story, with all the kids walking down the road and like they have to keep a 3-mile-an-hour pace or else they.
Oh yeah, I'll watch that.
They get shot. It looks good.
Yeah. Oh, there's actually a couple of horror movies coming out that really interested me. That new Strangers looks awesome, and the last 2 were pretty bad, but this one looks really great. And Clay, you're going to probably be really surprised that I'm saying this, but the new Black Phone looks amazing. I'm pretty bummed out because I don't want to like that movie. But
yeah, I was watching the trailer for that the other day, and it took me like 3/4 through the trailer before I was like, what movie is this? I didn't even know what it was for a while.
I knew immediately. I was like, oh, what? Because I could feel it. It was like a tone or something that was going on with it that I really immediately I knew what it was, and I was like, oh, is this a Black Phone sequel? I was like, man, I didn't like that movie much, but it was more or less the end of it I didn't care for, so I'm gonna have to rewatch that one. I just bought a copy online, so I'm gonna get a disc.
Really?
Yeah, man, if this were $10, dude, at this point I got the space at the shop. If I don't like something, I can just sell it. So
just get rid of it.
You
could dump that movie pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, even at a loss, I don't care. I just want to get it, watch it. I don't want to. I'm trying not to buy stuff on digital if I can avoid it, man. I'm hating the way everything is right now.
I am too, man.
Dude, and then Amazon making you pay to go commercial free after you already have Amazon Prime Video. I don't understand. They're just. And then of all things, the UFC is going to go without pay-per-view and change my mind completely on how I look at that. It's so aggravating, dude. So stupid.
You'll get a lot more ad breaks. Don't worry.
I know you love UFC though, man. So it could be a real boon for you.
Yeah, but UFC, like Josh said, UFC is going to get their ads in.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be like baseball and everything else.
Yeah,
every break there will like a big old ad will like swipe across the screen.
I'm just for our sponsors before this knockout.
Yeah, between rounds.
Can you imagine that? They're gonna have it to where they're watching it live. We're gonna have like a 10-second delay right before some amazing KO. It's gonna stop and do some like KY jelly commercial. And you're like, what?
Joe Rogan will have T-Mobile on his forehead or something. You know,
bro. What kind of robot ape? Fucking something did that guy turn into, man? I used to really like that dude. I can't even watch a single minute of his podcast anymore.
I'm sorry, I brought it up. I don't really want to talk about Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, I mean he sucked.
I don't care.
It used to be fun to watch, anyways. Cool, man. I'll go watch the sushi movie and get back to you guys.
Yeah, Jiro dreams of sushi next week. Later, guys.